Hi, everyone. This is Dr. TJ Dixon coming to you today with a message about getting unstuck. Oftentimes, we will find ourselves in situations where we've outgrown them, we're miserable, we don't like where we are, and we really want to move forward, but we're not sure how to get unstuck. And so today's message is about that. There's 10 steps that I've identified that can help us to get unstuck. And one of the first steps is take steps to move forward. This is where the journey begins. You have to look at what can you do to just get yourself moving. So that might include life coaching. It can include going to see a mental health therapist. It could include taking some classes. Maybe there's something that you need to, maybe you need to apply. Maybe you want a new job. So start applying for the new jobs. Get yourself out there. Perhaps it's networking that you need to do. You need to meet some new people in order to get where you're trying to go. But it's really about taking some steps, beginning the journey to move forward. Step two is ask yourself, where do you want to go? I mean, you know that where you are is not where you want to stay. So where is it that you want to go? What is it that you want to do? And what you want to do here is to begin with the end in mind. What is it? Not so much even how to get there, but you know where you are. Now, where is it exactly that you want to be? Then we can fill in the rest as we go along. The next thing is surround yourself with forward movers. Now, this one can be of touchy for some people because depending on how big of a transformation you're wanting to make and where it is you're wanting to go, you're probably going to have to change who you've been hanging around. Sometimes that means that friends and family who you commonly hang out with, might not be who you can continue to hang out with to go where you're trying to go. But the point is that no matter who it is, they need to be forward movers. You need to surround yourself with people who are going to be looking at moving forward as well. Not necessarily to do what you're doing, but at least moving forward. The fourth step you want to look at is be careful who you share your movement with. Now, I kind of have a philosophy just to keep your mouth closed until you get it done. But sometimes you do have to actually share where you're trying to go because there may be someone that you're going to need to help you get where you're trying to go. So just be careful about who you tell it to. The way I see it is if they can't help you get there, don't share it. Even if this is a person like your mom, your dad, your children, your friends, your family, if they're not going to be instrumental on getting you to that next level, to get you unstuck, just, keep it to yourself. Step 5 is, well, actually, this really probably should be step 1, which is decide to get unstuck. I mean, we can hear all of these great things about, getting unstuck. Yeah, that makes so much sense. I hear people tell me all the time, yeah, I know all this stuff. They can write a dissertation on the right things to do, the next things to do, all that kind of stuff. But the truth is, they don't really want to get unstuck. So that one is super critical. You got to decide that you really want to be unstuck. It's not about what someone else thinks. It's not about if it's logical to do it or not. The truth is, you must decide that you want to be unstuck for any of this to work. Next is number 6, celebrate the small wins. One of the things that I always look at whenever someone's making a transformation, it reminds me of climbing, rocks, whether you're talking about huge mountains or small mountains, but when you're climbing rock, when you don't get from the bottom to the top with a blink of an eye. There are layers. There's plateaus. And the point is, though, is to celebrate all along the way. Maybe your goal is to go back to school to get that degree, finish that degree you started. Okay, so let's celebrate when you sign up for classes. You finished the first year. You've gotten through the first semester. Let's celebrate that small step because, yes, you're still not at graduation, but you're one step closer. So you got to celebrate along the way. And this one was one that really I had to really consciously focus on doing because I'm so used to getting in there and get her done. And then when it's done, then I'll celebrate and then I'm on to the next thing. But it's really, really important to celebrate all of those small victories that it takes to get to that end. So celebrate along the way. The next thing is number 7 is to attract inspiration. And that means that when you know that there's something that you want to do, you want to be unstuck. Start looking for inspiration everywhere. It might be in an email. It might be on some Facebook post. It could be a billboard as you're driving down the street. Maybe there's some song that comes on the radio. But look for it. It could be a speech someone gave. It might even be this video that I'm doing right now for you. But look for those things that inspire you. Perhaps it's a sermon that you've heard. It could be your pastor. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's some quote that someone had. Heck, maybe you might even find it in a fortune cookie after you finish eating at a Chinese restaurant. But whatever it is, there is inspiration everywhere. Look for it. It could be in the way that the bird is sitting on the branch in the morning, singing its melody. It might be in how your dog looked at you. But there's something there always that's speaking to us to inspire us. Number 8, find a mentor or a coach or someone who can really help you with your journey. Now, there is a difference between a mentor and a coach. A mentor is someone who has been there, done that, got the t-shirt, the pennant, and the hat. They've done it all. And they already are where you really want to be. And they can show you the ropes. A coach, on the other hand, might also be where you want to be. But one great thing about a coach, and yes, I'm a proponent for coaches. Mentors are great too, but I am a life coach. And one of the things that I find great about coaches, I still have coaches myself, is they bring out the best in you. They can ask you powerful questions or have you do some exercise. And all of a sudden, you've gone from good to great. Because really, the answers are always inside of us. I truly believe that. But sometimes it takes someone outside of yourself to help you to really look inside, get quiet, be introspective in order to get the answer that is best for you. Great thing about a mentor, they can tell you how they did it. They can tell you the mistakes they made along the way. But the awesome thing about a coach is that that person can help you find the path that works best for you. All right, number 9, pray and meditate. Huge, 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 huge. Pray and meditate. I like to say prayer is you talking to God. Meditation is you being quiet to listen back. Prayer and meditation, such a powerful combination. So powerful because in prayer, you can get out your concerns. You can get out your desires. You can get out what you're hoping to do. You can get out how you think you ought to do it. In meditation, you can hear from source. You can hear from God. You can hear from the creator of all things, the creator of you, to give you ideas, inspiration, all of those things to help you really move forward. Because the creator can see all. And so something that may make perfect sense to us to do in this moment, in meditation, we might find out that maybe that's actually step 5 or 6, but steps 1 through 4 really ought to be something different. So take the time, pray and meditate to get unstuck, to move forward. And last but not least, huge, 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 huge is gratitude. Oh my gosh, gratitude is so very important, and I think it's often overlooked. We need to be grateful for all of even the little things, and there's something every day to be grateful for. I recommend that people write down what they're grateful for and at least 3 things per day, 3 different things per day. It might be the more you look for gratitude, the more things you have to be thankful for. The more you're in tune with the voice of God, the more you're in tune to inspiration when you are grateful. Because it's very difficult, if not impossible, to be grateful and worry, to be grateful and fearful all at the same time. You got to choose one or the other. And the more that you can stay positive, the more that you can see the good, the more that you can find gratitude, the greater success that you can have, the more you can get unstuck. Because there might be some things that can happen that really, they suck. They're really not what you wanted it to happen. You really feel badly from it, maybe even feel like crap from it happening. But one of the things I've even found for myself, and I've found it for other people too who are highly successful, who are happy, who are not stuck, is finding gratitude even in those things that didn't feel so good. Because when you get through all of the muck, all of the crappy things, or maybe maybe there was 10 different ways to go and you've gone 9 and they all sucked and it hurt and it kicked your butt. Well, now you know what the right ways to go is, that 10th place. Because there's always something, even in the pain, that can be a blessing to you, that can be used for you. You know, the Bible says that all things works for good for those who love the Lord. And that is so true, because anything can be used as a blessing for us. I have seen countless people who are motivational speakers and who are these amazing humans that have gone through some really crappy things. You know, I look at the hardest time I've ever had in my life. I pretty much lost my life. I mean, lost about everything. I lost my marriage at that time. I lost my I lost my house, my favorite job ever. You know, it was so many different things that I had lost. I lost family. I lost friends. You know, but when I look back now, I'm grateful, because it led me to the road I'm at today. It led me to become less fearful. It led me to really seek inspiration and to get unstuck and to get out of, to transform that pain into something powerful. And here I am today. I am a life coach. I was not at the time. I'm Dr. T.J. Dixon, was not at the time. I have since remarried and have an amazing spouse. I have another incredible home, and things are very, very well. And I had the biggest thing was the transformation of my mind. I went from living my life in fear prior to now living my life with faith, knowing that all things work together for good, knowing that whatever goes on, even if it's something that I would prefer not to be happening, even if it's something that stinks and it sucks, that it will be used for my good if I continue to find things to be to be grateful for, and continue to look for inspiration and pray and meditate. It all works out. It really, really all works out. In the moment, it may not look like it, but it all works out and all is well. So I encourage you today that if you are stuck, start taking some steps to get unstuck. Start doing those things to get unstuck. But remember, you got to decide that you really want to be unstuck. Sometimes we like our stories to be our definition, to be the thing that we hold on to that allows us to stay stuck, allows us to stay victims. But the truth is that at any point we can choose to become unstuck and then start taking those other steps to move forward. Thank you for viewing. And remember, the best is yet to come. If you would like life coaching on how to get unstuck, contact me on Facebook at Dr. TJ Dixon, or check out my website, www.drtjdixon.com. That website is coming very, very soon. Thank you and have an amazing day.